So how long have you been playing this for? 6 months. Okay. Do you play the whole sonata?
Yes.
The second and third movement as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And this one is for the competition or for the audition?
Yes.
Audition, what is it? Is it college or university? Or what?
University.
University. Here in Bangkok.
No.
Ah. Okay. Okay. All right. So there are some fundamental things that we will need to change today. The first is you need to think about tone quality when you play. Again, we are talking now about the sonata. It's one of the important sonatas of Beethoven role. This is one of the famous sonatas. And there's a lot of things happening here. Very first thing, it's not only pianistically difficult, right? Because of course it's so challenging. It's so Beethoven loves philosophy. He loves philosophy. It's a lot of profundity inside. So it's a lot of philosophical things. It's like the moments when you have this like a largo pianissimo sound. It's so mysterious and cosmic. So you will have to think how you want to produce this kind of sound that Beethoven is trying to build this. And you know what I'm referring to this, what place I'm referring, right? You know, the da, 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 dee, da, you know, the piano, right? When you have only one pedal. Okay. So it should be, can you play only this largo place when you have everything on the pedal, the A major? Now it's much better actually, you know, because we were counting. You don't want to add anything because it's already there. Everything is there. So you don't want to add more pauses on this because you need to count and be strict. And again, we're playing the Beethoven, and Beethoven is the composer where we have to be with the strict rhythm. It is so important, you know, because even the very first sonata that he has, very first one, right? It's so it's all you know, it's and in your sonata to any other sonata, if you even take, you know, this one. Allegro. You know, you count it, right? So without this, and you have to be very strict. It's not like Chopin or Rachmaninoff or any other romantic composers that you have more freedom of manipulating your time. Here, time owns you. You don't own time. Okay? So you have to be careful to, you know, to actually be very strict. Now, in the beginning. So let's start beginning. And I want you to start beginning a little bit faster. Like this tempo. Notes, the tempo that you presented before, but a little bit faster. So start from here. Beginning. I want to have more bass and less thumb. Your thumb is a little bit heavy. Good. Now, when you play this one, so round a little bit towards the first always. Don't accent it, but just more agility. So more agility if you can. You're moving too much, and that's why, you know, you're doing too much floppiness, so you don't want to. Do slow, then a little bit faster, and even faster. Your left hand is overlapping the right. Which one want to hear? Right or left? So think about the balance. less. So I want to let them a little bit less. It's like little bites. That's where it is. Not da 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 di. That's not important. I mean, it is important, but basically, that, which is what? The British chord going to the pizza. So listen to this. Every time you listen how chord resolves to the next chord. That resolution, that's a magical moment. Right? So first, the same will be here. Remember what the motion I told you? So it's like not too much jumping, because if you want to start jumping, you're gonna lose time. It's like this. So let's do from here, but with the left hand together. Crescendo here, it grows really big. Here it grows really, I'm not saying 3/4, but it should reach a forte sound. And again, this one is, so that is the high point. D, right? So it all goes from, and then finally. Okay, so get a little more crescendo starting from here. And then also more, if you can, more shorter. Shorter chords. You have sometimes you're holding a little too long. No, even shorter. Left hand even shorter. Can you? Even shorter? Like this. Like this. Like this. Like pizzicato. You know what pizzicato is? Strings who play this, it means pizzicato. It's like a fluffy. It's a little bit swollen, okay? I don't hear resolution. So don't play too fast, this one, because I want to hear how it ends. But in tempo, just make sure that you don't swallow it. Oh, you can start with me. That's it. We're not interested in this. Yeah, now it's a good balance. Now tempo. No, forte. Bam, 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 bam. And yeah. Bam, bam, bam. I don't necessarily like the pedal all the way. I don't like it. I, in fact, prefer this one. Drive. Only here. Only then maybe you can add a little bit, but here, beginning, and then cut. Off. Yeah, go here and you. That is the point. And by the way, you are not delaying a little bit. I want you to delay a little bit on B. It's dramatically, it's more appropriate rather than play this in this. And then it goes 10. Just those two chords can be delayed. Yeah, no. So from here. Okay, only those two chords. Sometimes your endings are a little bit abandoned, okay? What I want you to do is just make sure you listen to each of them. Don't abandon anything, okay? Endings are important because those are the end of phrases. So there was a phrase and there was an ending. You don't abandon it because that connects to the next. And we're talking now about that's in an exposition. And in an exposition, you have the first thing and the second. There are bridges, there are sections, but first thing and second. Okay? So now here, we are almost at the end of what? Exposition. And the development is just about to start. Right? So can we have it here? And then, by the way, your sforzati could be a little bit aggressive. Now, I don't mean aggressive being as a abrupt, some rough, but just more something like a typical folk festival. Because his music is like this. He's known for so many songs. This is not, no. Now, shoulder. And then. So, staccato, portamento, staccato, portamento. right? And then right away, it starts right. Okay? You don't want to stop here because then you collapse in this momentum. The Beethoven is stretching, this dynamic excitement, unbelievable, right? And not only dynamic, it's a rhythmic excitement. He's a master. Okay, so can we pick up from here? Yeah. Drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift. Yes, introduce this better tone. There we go. Okay, okay. Drop, lift, don't rush. Very clear, because if I don't hear these triplets, forget it. The triplets are always there, and these triplets have to be always crystal clear. Taka, 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 taka. Yeah, and by the way, if you play this, rotation helps always to produce the right sound. All the fingers can do so much. Just do the rotation, show me. Not too much, but help. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so from there, right there. Yeah, I know I'm picky. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you all the time. I'm picky, but taka, 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 and then drop it. Because the right hand, no, left hand should be moving. Only right hand. You practice the only right hand. Yeah. Continue practicing so, okay? Especially places like this. because this is not 100%. And again, it's balance. Don't jump too much, so be close. You sometimes go forte, and then here. Forte, and then goes in. Why? Because the left hand is down. So this happening very quickly, very rapidly, and that's what your hands have to be trained and to do that. Okay, we pick up again, and go, and then just drop your right. It's better, but not 100%. It's better, but not 100%. It's not the piano. You are almost mezzo piano, mezzo forte. See, drastic changes. Forte piano, forte piano. That's what that is. It's hard. It's hard. Very hard. You need to practice that. Forte. Subito. Now let's pick up the tempo. What we change it? That was the tempo. So fast. Remember, that's a largo. Your 30-second notes are not as in it would be in allegro or even in andante. The 30-second notes are not so fast because you play that not like this because this is largo. It's really slow tempo. It is like. The same as the beginning. Do you have a fingering, uncomfortable fingering here? Because I feel like it's a bit dread. What do you tell me now? Am I wrong? What is something that makes you uncomfortable? Like that one here. Fingering. Well, again, as I said, the beginning, 3-2-3-2. Remember how I practiced this one? So slow, then a little bit faster, and then faster. Then, okay, and this is it. And then basically everything is same. It's basically everything is same. So all you have to do is just practice slow. So again, don't get that. Okay, you know, it should. Slow. Now see. Simple. Blocking. Down. Up. Yeah, that's much better. Even shorter. No, not loud. Shorter. Oh, good. Yeah, you're getting too loud. You're getting too loud. No, talk. Kisha. There is no crescendo, only here is crescendo. Only here, but it's this. Like, you know, it's the moment when we think, what's going to happen? It's magic. What's going to, because you have to, when you play Beethoven, you have to visualize something. You have to do the analysis. It's not just empty notes, right? You do analysis. And that's what I want you to do. It's not moving in. It's a temporary, he got stuck in something. He doesn't know what to do. He will then know a little later. But right now, there's no one place. Yeah, that is already crescendo. but you know, when you do those details, yes, you do the details, and then you sort of collect all these, then you get some good product. You know, and you potentially you can play this piece really good. It's again those little things that you will have to fix. And I think the most important first, strict rigid tempo. So you don't want to change anywhere unless it's indicated. You know? Second, sometimes you have too many pedals, too long. Just cut the pedals here. We are doing the opposites where the, you know, later on when Beethoven writes the opposites like, you know, late, that's the, like, you know, he has a long pedals, you know, and this is a like 1-1-1, one of his late sonatas. But this is not the late, okay? So he's still very classic. I say late 5-6 sonatas are preparing the epoch for the Romanticists. That's why he puts the lot of pepper. And then, by the way, he changed Italian terminology to German. Speaking of which, I want to ask you, do you know all the Italian words that were written here? Like, con espressione e semplice. You know what that means? Right. Con espressione e semplice. Espressione. Good. E semplice. Yeah. Now these words are close to the English, and maybe that's why you're guessing. But they are sometimes the words, and many times they are not close to the English, and you need to know, right? When you see these words, you absolutely have to know what does it mean. I always tell to my students, take the dictionary and learn those, because you know these are the messages from the composer. You don't want to ignore it. You don't want to. We need to learn because it tells us something. It tells a lot. Right? So if you don't know some, just learn those things, okay? And then third sforzabis, and this sometimes those dynamic crescendos. Sometimes you know you start too soon. You don't want it. It starts a little bit late. Or sometimes there's a crescendo and you just don't keep it all. You know, so when there is a big crescendo, do it. And more articulation, variety in articulations, you know, the staccatis, sharp accents, you know, think about those kind of things because you want to make differences in touch. Well, that's all we can do today, but, and again, we can, you know, sit here and work on this one 24 hours. It will not be enough, but at least we did something today, so, and I wish you success for your audition. Okay, and that's a good piece. We have continue working on it and analyze this. Make analysis because that helps a lot. If you analyze peers, if you have a then different approach because you understand what's the background, what's written, why he's doing it. It's tremendously important. I mean, you are in the age that you can do it.